Everybody, welcome back to Muse. We are back. This is News by Muse on the Muse TV network, and we are with Kelly Ogden from the Dollyrots. Kelly, how's it been?
Hello, friend.
How's it
Good.
been? Good.
Weird.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Crazy year, crazy couple years. So
Yeah, we're used to touring a lot, so we had to get creative with, other things. Luckily, we had been playing online shows we've been playing them for over 8 years now, because when I was pregnant with our first kid, who's now 8, we started doing stage at shows, because I was like, what if we can't play, real shows? What if I can't bring a baby to a bar? Which, of course, we figured out how to do that. But yeah, we started playing shows online, and so I was like, well, let's get back to that. We played, man, I think in March of 2020, we started a thing where we played a show every single Sunday for 11 or 12 weeks. Yeah. And it was a lot. It was crazy. It was a lot of fun though, and it gave everybody something to do. Exactly. But, and we kept our kids, we have a 8-year-old and a 5-year-old, and we kept them out of school for an entire year. And so it was just strictly survival mode and, parenting. I have my radio show, which was awesome, but it left zero time for anything creative. Luckily Luis and I really love each other still, thank God. So that all was cool, but we didn't really feel like writing music together. By the time the end of the day came, we were just so exhausted and worn out with worry and, making snacks all day and doing dishes all day. The kids are bored. We just gotta entertain these little awesome people all day and try and keep them from feeling worried or bored. And so, that is kind of where the new album came from, because we were like, well, we've got new songs, we don't have a full album's worth, so maybe it's time to finally do that B-sides record. So that is how that happened. We're like, we can't go 2 years without putting out an album. So
exactly. And Down the Rabbit Hole is the name of the album that just got released, and it, like you said, it's covers and B-sides and things like that. I'm sure you have a lot of B-sides that you've recorded over the years.
Yeah.
How hard was it to choose which ones would go onto the album?
Well, it would have taken us forever, except we only had 4 days. So it was great. Luis, after 3 days of us just being like, oh, what are we gonna do for Christmas? It'd be so cool if we had a release. What can we do? He woke up one morning, he was like, B-sides, we'll do the B-sides, we'll put a couple new songs on it. The first 2 singles are brand new songs. It's like, we'll just put a couple new ones on, a bunch of the B-sides that were limited releases, like a 7-inch there were only 500 of, or something like that. And so we started out by contacting any record labels that we had worked with that had a B-side that we wanted to put on it. And we called Wicked Cool Records, who we've put out our last few albums and singles with. And we were like, hey, would you be cool if we use this B-side from the sessions that, didn't make it on the records? And they're like, of course, yeah, that'd be cool. But you want to put it out with us? And we were like, well, yeah, but we really want to have it out for Christmas. And they're like, if you could get it to us by Monday, we can do it. And it was Thursday. So by get it to them, we needed to have mastered tracks turned in, full album artwork layout, that means track order, everything had to be completely done. So we just did it. I'm not even sure how it happened. I don't think Luis slept for 3 days and nights. He's going through all the hard drives. He did some remixing. But in the end, we asked the kids input, we asked the label input, we were just asking anybody, this song or this song, this song or this song. And eventually, we just had to turn it in. So
yeah, and it turned out to be a really good album. And definitely and here's the thing, I like your music, and I'm not being biased because you've been a part of Muse since our inception, but still, it's the music is so good in this album, and B-sides are always the best.
Yeah, we were because it's not as an artist, it's not as exciting as putting out an album of all brand new stuff. So, we were doing it and trying to feel excited about it, but it wasn't until we saw it, we had it in our hands and we listened to it all the way through that we were both like, wow, this is really cool. Like
Yeah.
it all kind of goes together, you know, it's 20 years worth of randomness too. So we were afraid it would be like, you know, really raw stuff and then, you know, the newer, like more produced stuff, but it all went together just fine somehow.
Exactly. And I love the covers that you put on here are so good. Like with Breed and Ruby
Oh
Soho.
yeah.
They were like literally so well done. And that was the one thing that I always love about your music is that it's always so like you put your heart into it and you can tell you put your heart into it.
Thanks.
So that's what
Well,
I
we
always love
have to
about it.
really love a cover to
Yeah.
do it. So
Yeah.
makes it kind of easy.
Exactly. So with the cover side of things, like how was it with deciding on that? Because that can be very difficult at times because
Yeah, well, and we have a lot of them. We have a lot more than that even.
Mhm.
Because a lot of the times we'll do cover songs for our patrons, you know, as gifts. We'll when we do album projects, we're like, we'll do any cover song for you, you know, for set amount of money. And so we have a lot of them and it was really hard to cull the list down. So we ended up doing only the electric ones because we have a whole nother double album of acoustic songs.
Mhm.
So I guess someday maybe we'll do Dollyrots acoustic covers rarities thing that comes out.
So
Because
in
yeah,
two
there are a lot of
years.
those, but
So in 2 years.
yeah, maybe. Yeah. We just used two of our favorite new songs on this thing. So
Mhm.
so that we have a very good amount of album songs. So I mean we could have put out a full length, but we like to have way more than we need and kind of figure out what the best ones are. So
Yep,
I think we'll
I
probably
agree.
have a new album by the end of the year.
Very cool because that's we always love hearing new music from you guys and see what you're all doing. But let's get into this next. March 10th,
Yeah.
you go back on the road after 2 years back on
That's
the
what they
road.
say.
So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Man, the thing is like we've been canceled on and had to cancel so
Mhm.
many things now that like I haven't bought flights. We haven't
Mhm.
reserved an RV. We have nothing planned and it's coming up soon, but that initial when we canceled the first one in March of 2020, like we lost so much money on flights and you know, we got flight credits, but trying to use them has been a nightmare. And it's only the people's name who the flights were booked under and sometimes those people can't travel with us. So it's just I don't know. I guess we're just gonna wait till the last minute and book it if it's
Yeah.
happening. I mean, if it's up to us and you know things seem
Mhm.
not totally irresponsible for other people, then we're there because we just had COVID. So, you
Yeah.
know, Lewis, me, the kids, and our drummer Justin also just recovered. So we should be, you know, safe to go out there. Of course, we're all vaccinated, but we should be safe to go out there and also not spread it, which is
Yeah.
a big reason why we didn't want to tour. We also didn't want to be out on tour and get it and then be stranded,
Mhm.
especially with the kids. The kids tour
Yeah.
with us, and the idea of that was scary. The idea of like one of us having a bad case of it and being in a hospital, you know,
Mhm.
states away from home, not really a good plan.
Yeah.
And after my experience, I probably would have been that person that would have really sucked. I had a very rough go of it. So yeah, hopeful. I think it's gonna happen.
Well, I hope so too, because I mean,
Maybe.
exactly, exactly.
It's like,
So,
I'll believe
you
it when I'm
never
on a
know.
plane.
Yeah, when
Like
you're on the
I
plane, when
just
you land at O'Hare, then we know
yeah,
that
I'll be like, all
it's
right, it's on. Like
yeah,
we're really
exactly.
doing this. But I just feel about everything in life. Like I feel like I cannot make a single commitment to anything.
Yeah,
You know, it's like even a kid's birthday party. It's like, yeah, we'll go. And then the day comes, it's like, oh, the kids are in quarantine because someone in their class has COVID,
yeah,
or they canceled the thing because the kid has COVID. Like
mhm,
these are all things that happen
yeah,
constantly.
yeah,
It's just I feel I don't know.
yeah. I could imagine,
Everything.
and I can imagine how it is for you guys as a band to who's normally touring or putting out albums or doing anything like that during this time, because I mean, it does change your life a little bit. It
Yeah.
uproots things. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, the I mean, hopefully the tour does come out March
I
10th.
know.
We get it, get started in Chicago. And hopefully you get to come out here to LA again pretty soon. And it's not as bad as what it is right now. And things get back to somewhat of a normality, because we miss you guys out here. I mean, we miss seeing you. It's been a while since we saw you in concert. So there you go. We need to have a time. We need to have some time back. So yeah.
Maybe
so
we can line it up with a Dodgers game.
Well, exactly, because that's one thing we definitely have to do. But so anybody who wants to get the album, get the new music, get tickets for your tour, how could they find out about everything?
Dollyrots.com. Like if you just head to dollyrots.com, we got like a landing page with everything there now. We made like a one-page landing page. Luis made a one-page landing page. So it's really easy. All the info's there. Of course, on all social media, we are at the Dollyrots. And yeah, it's easy to find us. We're Googleable. That's part of why we picked the name the Dollyrots. You know, the internet was fresh. We wanted it to be something that people could Google and find us, you know, because a lot of band names, it's impossible to find information about the band. So it was something we thought about way back when.
Exactly. And there you go. And look at 20 years later, still easier to search than anything else.
Yeah, no other Dollyrots out there.
Exactly.
There are Dolly Dots, Dolly Rats, the Dolly Rocker movement. You know, there are some things that are close, but it's not us.
It's not you guys. But Kelly, thank you so much for stopping with us today, being a part, because this year, same here. This is our 10-year anniversary this year.
Oh, wow.
You've been a part of our 10 years since day one.
That is awesome.
Go Betty Go, and a bunch of other bands that have been a part of us, Back Up. And we really appreciate everything that you've come on with us. You've been a part of our success and our length. So we just want to say thank you. And we look forward to having you back in LA very soon.
Yeah, that would be nice. I look down because usually I'm wearing my Go Betty Go sweatshirt or hoodie or sweatshirt or t-shirt. I mean, almost every interview I'm wearing that. Today, I was dressed kind of nice. So this is nice. A nice black shirt.
Well, there you go. Hey, thank you so much. And don't forget to get down the rabbit hole now. We're going to put a link in the description on the YouTube and everything else. On Roku, just go to the dollyrots.com and you'll be able to get your album now. Thank you very much, Kelly. And we'll see you next time. Great. And we'll see you next time here on MUSE.